Okay, well, I promised you guys a walk around. I know you guys are going to say, what do you like about it? What do you not like about it? What's your first impression? Does it stripe out of the box? Yeah, sorta. Not amazing, but I'm sure with cool season grass, it would probably stripe much better, but we've got Bahia here in Florida. First impression, extremely well built. The deck is not quite as thick as my Dixie chopper. It's got a Dixie chopper blacktop, but still seems to produce plenty of vacuum. These front deck scalping wheels, they've got 3 different adjustments for your normal cutting heights. I'm going to move mine down to 3 inches, the bottom hole there, and leave it there because I normally cut 3 and above. I like these better than the cylindrical deck wheels on the Dixie chopper because those catch and tear the turf more, and I have to use the foot pedal to keep from scalping when turning and things of that nature. Although I'm going to miss being able to do that, and I'm going to have to learn how to drive this guy. So these wheels come in handy. They definitely work better for not scalping. Moving right up to the front Castor. This is one fat booger. 13 by 6.5 by 6. I like the fact that the bearing has a cap on the end here. It keeps more trash out of it. Like I said, that's just a fat tire there. You got your grease points on both sides. You got a hoist or a tow hook on both sides, identical. You got your axis panel underneath the front here for all your deck belts. You got a map for the different belts. It's got the Kawasaki FX 730V, so 23.5 horsepower. Obviously with the cylinder filter. 5-gallon tank on the side here. You got your battery access panel right here. It's a nice spot to have the battery separate from the engine so it doesn't collect quite as much heat. Pretty good access to the oil filter and the dipstick. And you do have your oil out. I'm trying to think. Anyway, you can let your oil out there. I'm trying to remember what I was planning on doing there. I think was to get one of those hoses that you can screw in there and then route it out so it's not dropping straight down on top of the hydro gear. This is not wheel pumps, it's hydro gear. You got a step on both of the rear fenders and toe points. Rear operator's deck, and the latch is on this side here. It's a pretty simple latch, but it holds it in place. Got your central gas tank here, and different controls going to different places for the parking brake and for the deck height. The pad's actually pretty nice. I like it. Put 2 hours on it so far since I got it from the dealer. You got to use your neutral to engage the blades and to disengage the parking brake. If you don't, it cuts off. That's your operator safety. So the operator safety is not in the deck, which means you can flip it up and use it as a walk behind, which is cool. Cup holders, pretty decent size, and it has a hole. You got 2 holes inside of the storage bin here. One of you guys was asking about whether it was big enough to store a pair of lopping shears. Only a handheld set of pruners would fit, I think. Even the Fisker's small lopping shears would bounce out of there. But I like these tires here on the back. They're 22 by 11 by 10. I wish they were a little bit wider, just because I do have some hills, and you guys are like, well, Florida doesn't have hills. Well, come to Lake City, Florida, I'll show you some hills. We got lots of banks for the different lakes around here, so that gives us a good bit of hill. Down here, this is what I had problems with the deck control. This knob up here would not turn at all when I got it. Joel, I'll give you a shout out with a tag, buddy. I don't remember your last name off the top of my head. Told me to take this pin out, cotter pin out, and the pin that goes through the linkage, and then it disconnects this black bar here from the silver linkage there. Then you use your deck lever, drop the deck, adjust the knob, reassemble it, and then everything operates as normal. It just, some of them get locked up apparently when storage. This one here was 2019 December, so it's a 2020 model. Pretty much that is the ins and outs. Lots of grease points everywhere, which is nice, although the cylinders are all sealed, so you don't have to grease pivot points and things of that nature. First impressions, I am going to build a chute blocker. Yes, we've already had this debate, buy one or build one. Do whatever you want, guys, I don't care. I'm going to build one just because it just seems like the thing I would like to do. Running high lifts down here, they do make mulching blades. These factory blades seem to cut pretty good at wide open, so I've been impressed with them so far. As far as things that I like about it, the 8-gauge deck is nice. The front fat Castor tires, the rounded deck wheels instead of the cylinder deck wheels. Comfort, I love the comfort. It's so much better on my neck and my back. And has a good amount of power for the size. Wish I could have a teeny bit more, but I'm content with what it's got. Things that I wish, that I think I'm going to miss, that I already am missing from using my Dixie. This is okay, but it is not amazing. So you turn it to adjust. I'm used to 1/4 inch increments, and I'm used to the pin. Am I going to miss the pin? No, I am going to miss the 1/4 inch increments. You say, well, 1/4 inch is not that big of a deal, just get over it. Customers won't notice. Yeah, it's true to an extent, but there are some yards that are just more bouncy than others, more uneven. Being able to go up a 1/4 inch, float over that uneven terrain, really helps me out. So it's a complete floating deck, chains front and back. Something I like on this that my Dixie did not have is this wall in the front here. I don't know if you can see it all the way. I'll show it from the inside here. You basically have a wall to keep crap off your spindles. And sure, you get some dust in there and blow it out each job like a good boy, and like all y'all should. Not that we all actually do every time, but you know, it's new. I'm trying to form good habits. I really like it. It keeps all that crap out of there. So all in all, I'll have to let you guys know when I hit the hills with it. I've got some probably 50-foot tall hills over 150 foot of distance. Let you guys know how it holds, slips, etc. Whether or not I decide to get rid of these turf tires and go with my Carlisles that I am partial to. I don't know who makes these out of the box. Antigo. Anyway, definitely a thumbs up. Got it for $6,200 out the door. So if anybody has any questions about it, I'll try to answer it, show you anything up close. One last final thing. There supposedly is a recall for this button here because it comes off and rolls around. But I figured out that if you get it back in there properly and screw it down, it's nice and firm. I'm not going to even bother with the recall at this point until it breaks. I'll just let my dealer get the part and give it to me whenever it comes in. I'm not going to pound her for it. Alright guys, well, also there is no tachometer, it's just the hour meter. I kind of miss that a little bit too, but besides that, everything's great. Really like it. See you out there, guys.